Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to All Things Hockey. And today we have a little bit of a different video compared to what you're used to seeing. And that is a top 10 jerseys. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 ranked from merely significance, I guess you can say, what means, the most to me out of all of that I have. I've probably got around 30 different jerseys, and it was a little hard to pick the top 10, but you'll understand as I get through it. What took so long on this was that I was waiting for this jersey to get back in. It was getting the nameplate put onto it because it was sent with the wrong one. So that is what took this so long. I appreciate the suggestion. I probably should have written it down. Written down who suggested it, but either way, we're gonna get to it. And upon uploading this, it is going to be Saturday, which I can't remember if I said Friday or Saturday for the giveaway, but either way, I'm gonna get to doing that giveaway tomorrow, and one of you lucky people can win the little giveaway we had. So thank you all for entering, and let's get into this so that you're not here for an hour. So starting off, we've got my very first real hockey jersey, you can say. So I got this during my very first NHL game that I saw, technically on my own. I saw a Devils Flyers game when I used to live in New Jersey with my dad, but since then we moved to South Carolina, which is why it's a Hurricanes jersey. I went with an X. So that means nothing to me, but I got this because I've always been huge for the Hockey Fights Cancer. And so you got this huge Hurricanes logo. What's really cool is you got the I Fight For, and you put the name there, as well as the Hockey Fights Cancer patch. And I say my first real one because you're going to see in, I think, almost everything from henceforth is going to be fake jerseys. I don't care that they're fake. I know that they're fake. You don't have to tell me that they're fake. And it doesn't bother me that they're fake. I pay $30 a piece. They look very nice. I don't feel bad wearing them and getting them dirty. So that is number 10. I'm going to go from 10 down to 1. Number 9 is the very first fake jersey I bought. And you can tell that it's fake. It doesn't look the greatest. This was the cheapest one. I paid $15 or $18 for this. It is an NHL All-Star for McDavid. As you see, you've got the numbers, 97, as well as, it's almost like a gym shorts material. So that's really interesting. On the back, you've got McDavid. You've got his number, with the very nice stitching on the numbers. And then the main attraction is that right there. You've got yourself the All-Star jersey patch. You can tell that there's stitching in between each letter, connects them, so that's what I mean by it doesn't look perfect, but they've even done as much as putting the Pacific in the collar. So that is number 9, the very first fake jersey I bought. Alright, now from here it got a little hard, but I'm going to say number 8 is the Dallas Stars Winter Classic. And this is by far my favorite Dallas Stars jersey, other than maybe that black and neon green one that they had recently done. I think that's pretty cool. But for overall style, this is really sweet. You've got the big logo in the center, and this is a Jamie Benn, so you've got the captain. And this is a tradition I do every Stanley Cup. I get the finals, so I get the team that lost, which is Dallas Stars, and the team that won. And if I am correct, this is from 2020 is the year. Yes, so I do have the Lightning. I've got Braden Point. It's a basic jersey, so it's not on my list, but this is from the Stars and Lightning. I know that this wasn't on the jerseys, the Winter Classic, but it was an option. And just like that recent one, you've got the Texas state flag on the collar, as well as the Texas, the shape of the state. Usually they're up here, the patches, right? But on the Winter Classic, they're down here, and I find that really cool, which is the main reason that I bought this. And the Winter Classic patch itself, another very nice, very thick patch. And I'm not sure if I showed it, but you get the back with Ben, number 14 on it. I would have went with Sagan, but I have a Tarasenko, and I'm trying to get numbers 1 through 99, which is going to be very expensive and take a very long time, but no point in duplicating numbers. So that is number 8. All right, moving on to number 7, and one that probably should have been further up, but isn't for reasons that you will see. We've got the Blues Retro. This is probably one of my favorites overall quality-wise. The patches look very nice. You've got the Blues logo in the center. And this is the one that I bought for when they won the Cup. So they've got the Stanley Cup champion patch right there. You've got your sleeves with the same pattern as you see down here, as well as dual shoulder patches for the trumpet. And then on the back, you've got Tarasenko, like I was just mentioning. And I like how they do the numbers for this, because it's on like a slant almost, so it goes with the stripes. And just overall color scheme, this is by far one of my favorites color scheme wise, so had to include this as number 7, right? Yep, 10, 9, 8, 7. You'd think out of the top 10s that I did, I'd be able to count. Coming in at number 6, yep, even though I just said 7, number 6 is the one that I just got fixed. The reason why this video took so long. And that is the Coyotes Reverse Retro. I mean, tell me that this isn't one of the coolest jerseys you've seen. I mean, you've got the little scene going on down here. You've even got the Reverse Retro tag. You got the Coyote type deal face mask thing. Probably one of the coolest alternate logos I've seen. As well as the dual shoulder patches for the lizard on both shoulders. And as you see, it's number 81. Meaning, we got Phil Kessel up in here. It had Keller on it with number 81, which obviously is wrong. Phil Kessel is 81, so they had to send me the nameplate. This is the only issue I've had with a fake jersey. They had to send me the nameplate. I got it stitched on by a friend, which is what took this video so long. And we now have the Phil Kessel in full force. Another jersey with the collar. And I'll actually show you another reverse retro that did this a lot better, because this is screen printed. And you will see one coming up that is not screen printed. So that is number 6. All right, number 5. Number 5 is the Ducks Reverse Retro. And I'll tell you why this is number 5 and not the top 3. Because this one does have some inaccuracies. They did, in fact, put the Adidas button instead of the Reverse Retro tag. And the stitching that they did, I don't know if you can see this on camera, the stitching that they did looks horrible. Other than that, it's pretty solid. You've got the Mighty Duck with a very, very good detail in the chest logo. You've got the Mighty Ducks shoulder patch, and that is dual patches. You have one on the other side, the same exact one. As well as Kessler, number 17. Not a huge fan, but you know, I had to get a Ducks Reverse Retro. I had to. Honestly, I feel like this should be behind the Coyotes one, because this one does not have any Reverse Retro in there. But I mean, classic Ducks. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful jersey. Cannot get enough of this. I don't wear it too much because it's super white and I don't want to get this dirty, so I don't really mess around with it. But that was number 5, and we will move on to number 4. And this is where it gets personal team-wise, and you will see why. Number 4. This right here is one of my all-time favorites to wear because it is dark and I don't have to worry about getting it stained, as well as it has the Stanley Cup Champions patch from when the Capitals miraculously won the Cup. So that is beautiful. I love it. The Stadium Series is a special place in my heart due to the fact that I have a hockey card with the Stadium Series patch on it. So this one has gained popularity in my collection ever since I got that card. You've got the C, you've got the Stadium Series patch, and the card that I have has a piece of the head of the eagle and underneath the NHL logo. And you've got none other than the Great 8 on the back, Alex Ovechkin. Only thing that this one is missing is the Adidas logo right here, but I can't complain. Like I said, due to the price, $30 is really not bad for a quality, well, not quality, but a jersey that's not going to fall apart. They're made nicely for the price that you're paying. So that is number 4. Now we are on the top 3. So these 3 are my favorite jerseys of all time. Number 1, you will very much understand. So number 3, we've got the Capitals Reverse Retro with the Screaming Eagle. And these patches are different than the ones on all the other jerseys. It's made of a slightly different material. As you can hopefully tell, it's not made out of like the sewn patch. It's like a slightly, I don't know, more solid material. So you don't have to worry about stitching. It's just one solid piece. Only downside is the Capitals part down here. It just gets a little like wavy, I guess you could call it. But other than that, not bad at all. I love this. Obviously, being a Capitals fan, I have to get the Reverse Retro. Deciding between the gold alternate and the red Reverse Retro for the Knights, probably going to go with the gold alternate since I have a lot of red jerseys. But you've also got the dual shoulder patches, which is the Capitals little logo right here with the building, hockey stick, and the puck. Very nice. Also a one-piece, no stitching. And the numbers, which leads me to Evgeny Kuznetsov, number 92. The Kuzi man himself, the Birdman. Don't have a 92. This looks very nice next to 91, which is Tarasenko. And when I was saying something about the collar for one of the Reverse Retros, this is what I was talking about. So it's kind of hard to see, but these are stitched. Up here, this is all stitched. So those previous ones, one didn't have anything and the others were screen printed. This is stitched on there, so this is probably the nicest quality jersey that I own. At the, other than the number 1 that I'm going to show you, but this is up there. The reason why it's not number 2 is you will see in a second. Number 2, and honestly, it's just a beauty. Golden Knights. You got the finals patch from when they were in the Cup against Washington. And you've got the very large Knights logo right here. It's got the gold sequiny material, as well as this one has Vegas stitched into the collar. And you've got the shoulder patches. So you've got the star logo with the 2 swords. You've got that on both shoulders. And the one and only, if I can get it to work for me, number 29, Marc-Andre Fleury. One of the coolest things is this, the cuff. This is like a raised material. It's kind of hard to see on camera, but it is raised. It has a very nice texture to it. It pops out. And you're going to see something that's very bad in a second. See if you can spot it without me saying anything. But you got Fleury, you got number 29, and if you haven't seen it already, I burnt a hole in it. right there. It was probably the most depressing time in my entire jersey collection. I pulled it out of the bag, set it down on a table, and my mom didn't tell me that there was a candle on the table, and it burnt a hole in it. And if that didn't happen, this would be overall the nicest jersey that I own, period. But it happened. Nicest fake jersey. Even though it is coming in at number 2, just because it has such special meaning that it's Marc-Andre Fleury, my favorite goaltender of all time, that hole just ruins it. So, moving on to number 1, and you will see why this is my favorite. Alright, number 1. I know it just looks like a normal Washington Capitals away jersey, but this is a game-issued Chandler Stevenson jersey. And kind of hard to see, but that right there, it's from Maigret Group. NHL game-worn jersey from the 16-17 season, made for Chandler Stevenson. And I know it says game-worn. When I bought it online, it says game-issued. So I'm not sure if he wore it. It doesn't look like he wore it. It looks brand new. Came with the Centennial patch, which was one of the main reasons I got it at first. Number 18. He used to be 18 on the Capitals. He's now number 20 on the Knights. You've got the very large Capitals logo. A very big difference between this and the ones on the fake jerseys. As you can see, the stitching is all perfect. There are no inconsistencies. There's no connections. You've got the patch NHL logo because it is a Reebok jersey. So this was before Adidas. This was before the plastic crest. All of the fakes have it, but goes down all the way to this, and this is where it gets interesting. It says game issued, not worn. So that is what solidifies it as non-worn by the player, but made for the game. He just didn't wear it. Not sure the reasoning. The paperwork doesn't say it. But this right here is number 1. Definitely my favorite jersey. I've only technically worn it once because I wanted to feel what it felt like. And then I put it back on the wall and never touched it again because it's so white, it's so beautiful, and I paid $200 for it. And now that he's on the first line for Vegas, it's worth way more. So, even having this on this shelf over here, this rack, freaks me out. So, I hope you liked this. I hope that this didn't bore you. I actually had a lot of fun making this. I love telling stories about my jerseys. I know this was a longer video than usual, but it is what it is. Like I said, thank you so much for joining me today. Good luck to everybody who entered the giveaway. It will be pulled either later today, as in the day this was uploaded, or the next day. And then I can get it shipped out to you and figure out how to contact each other, and we'll get it straight. So, thank you for joining me today. Comment which one was your favorite. Leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.